So, I just got off a day at Lost Island, and it was what you might call a Six Flags day. Like half the rides I wanted to ride were closed. Fire Runner's not open yet. It does look great though. Marugani wasn't open. Basically those two, like the two rides I liked the most outside of Volcano. Volcano was open. I rode it. It was great, as always. So, yeah, I guess that's why I call it a Six Flags day. Because, like, the only rides like, two of the three rides I like or would like are closed or temporarily closed. I did get Napuko was open, but that's also a downside because that ride sucks complete ass as always. That I rode it in the back row, first ride, and I thought it wasn't as bad as I remembered. But then I got a front row ride, and it was much, much worse than I remember it being. I'm just gonna say, I am extremely glad I had my head forward, because the whatever profiling is in the first inversion, the profiling in the first inversion would have completely hit my head really hard against the back of the seat, and it would have really hurt. And I already have a headache right now, and I can't really do things properly. But I also did the Gerstlauer Skyfly, whatever that model is called. I got some flips, like 2 flips, and one of them I happened to be in the valley, so it was like extremely, a lot of blood rushing to my head, a lot of it. The drop tower was, it was periodically open, but I didn't do it because I don't really like it all that much as a drop tower. The theming is great. I love the theming. I did it last year. I love the theming on that ride, but the drop stuff, I did not like it. I'll be blunt. I did not like it, so I didn't do it this year. As after I rode Napuko, I went to Volcano, and it was great. I loved it. I think it's like the best dark ride, like the best possible dark ride this park could have gotten. I loved it a lot. Best ride I did today. I'll say that. Like my main point for today is that it was dead. Like, this is the fewest amount of people I've ever seen at an amusement park, ever. It was there. I got on all 3 rides I did. Napuko, Skyfly. It's not called Skyfly, but I'm just calling it Skyfly because of the Napuko, Skyfly, and Volcano. At least one of those rides, there were at maximum 2 people. Like, on my last ride at Napuko, rode it 3 times, I was the only person on the train. Similarly to my first ride in Napuko. Then I did Volcano, which I'm kind of surprised that I was the only person on that ride. Like, I was probably the only non-employee in that entire building. And then as I did my second lap of the park, or started it, I got a ride on the Skyfly. Like I said, it was fun. I actually managed to get some flips, but nothing too crazy. Then I did a front row ride on Nabucco, and like I said, it was much worse than I remembered it. So, and then after the front row ride, I got a back row ride, and that was a little bit better. But I still have to say that Nabucco is my least favorite roller coaster of all time. Like, those transitions are not pleasant in the slightest. And the restraints, I'm still not a fan of the restraints. They really flatten my legs. I don't have small legs, but I did not feel comfortable. The vest part of the restraint, those were fine. I didn't mind them. But the lap bar squeezed my leg like a fucking pancake. And yeah, final thing I need to talk about, Fire Runner looks great. I love the color scheme. I'll post some pictures of it later on YouTube. But I think it looks great. There's the construction of the main ride is done. Like, they've got the station, lift, hill, all the elements, brake, run, all of that is done. The thing that they're still working on, I think, is the queue. Looks like there's going to be a tunnel at the main entrance. Then it's going to go behind the ride. It's going to go under some of the elements and under the lift hill, and go and turn and go on that other side, basically on the edge of the park. And I don't know what they're gonna do on the area right by the station, but I think it's gonna be great. I don't know. Might be too early, but if it's, I wouldn't be. I'm more expecting it to be themed like the roller coasters here, like the lines for the roller coasters instead of the lines for the flat rides or dark rides, because the flat and dark rides, great theming. At least some of them do. Like I said, the drop tower, great queue. Volcano, great queue. A lot of even the water ride, there's multiple water. Even the what is it? Even the splashdown ride has good theming. I didn't ride that one today, but I rode it last year, so I didn't really feel like I needed to be there. Yeah, and Mattagani being closed kind of sucked. Like, I didn't really have a good reason to come here aside from the fact that I paid for a ticket before I even saw what rides were closed. Big mistake, really. But I guess I could consider it as a preliminary visit to see like how things are going. Like, with the low crowds, I'm a little worried, but then again, I should really worry myself if it's like this even when Fire Runner is open, because my guess is like the general public is gonna wait for Fire Runner to be open to visit this park, because right now, like I said, the park is dead. There's like probably like at most 1,000 people here, and that's like barely enough to break even, I think. I think other than that, other than the ride closures and the big headache, it was not a really good day for me. I also was really busy this morning, so I was a little tired going into it, probably caused the headache I have right now. And with ride closures, it was just not a good day. Like I said, Six Flags Day. It's a great park, but I'm gonna come back later this year, hopefully, to ride things. Anyway, that should be about it. See ya.